What's going on, gang? Well, we just got some parts in from Holley. We got the old 570-210 plug-in, so where we can get our 5-volt reference signal and our sensor ground and wire in our dome pressure sensor. So today, that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to wire up our dome pressure sensor. We are going to wire in our boost controller, and we are going to wire in a bump/scramble with our solid state relay. So let's grab some stuff and dive on in. Okay, we're sitting down here on the floor with all of our stuff. Got our old handy dandy Blue Point wiring pliers there to give us a proper crimp. Now, if you notice, this is just barely to the insulation right there. I want to keep that right about there. And then lay this down. It's kind of hard to do one-handed, so let me get this straight real quick. One thing that you want to do, that focus, is make sure that that lays down in front of the primary pins. That's actually your connection, and make sure that is done proper before your secondary, which is back here just around your weather pack, is done. So make sure that primary is done first. A lot of times I like to measure it this way, and then I'll slide that rubber out of the way to get my primary crimp secure, and then slide this piece back up and do the secondary. So let me put this down and use both hands, and I'll show you what we're talking about here in just a moment. Just like that, with a little patience and the right tools, you can get a very nicely, zoom in there, apologize. Well, it's not going to do it. There we almost go. Anyway, nice crimp on it, nice weather pack seal. Now we'll pop these in our connector, and we'll go over to our paperwork that we have right here. And this is telling everything that we have. This is everything off of this plug on the Holley side, and we'll of course write in what we put on this side. Our sensor, grounds and outputs for it just written out, and we'll of course write our wiring in. This is all of our inputs and outputs that are already on the wall, on the Holley, and where everything goes to. And so we've got some wiring to do. Most of it's real simple, just plug and play, and this will go by pretty quick. So let's check into it and dive in. Okay, and you can see we got our pin map all done now. Went ahead and now on our Holley output, we know that the blue and the yellow is on the side that we wired, and that goes to the sensor. The blue is the ground, yellow is the 5-volt reference, and our output, which is the green wire from this sensor and plug, goes down to a dome pressure, Holley white with the black, so that wire's already there. So we'll just finish making these two wires, just simply wrapping some tape around it just to make a nice little harness, keep it all together. And we'll get those attached here and be ready to go out to the truck and figure out where everything's going to lay. So now that we got this all we literally have to do is just refer to this and connect wires. Okay, we have this portion of the harness all done. I wanted to show y'all, if you look in, this is just the plug that goes over before you go ahead and make your adapter harness. What we're going to do is we're going to pop this cap off, and we're going to take two of the plugs out and put in here, so that way we don't get moisture in our connector. So just a easy tip. Okay, got this, the back pulled off here. We've got two in there, so we'll just go ahead and snap this back together. Put this back. Here's our plugs, and we'll just simply pop these in here and then put our locking cover on to keep all the wires in. Also, we're getting our solid state relay ready to go, all wired up. And if you notice, it won't go on the bottom side. Just take your dikes, side cutters, and just hit the edges just a little bit. You see I've got that one snipped off. Got this one snipped. I just need to bend it over. And then she'll go right in. Okay, so here's our solid state relay. This is what we're going to do. It's the cat walks by, I apologize. This is our master power in. This will be going to our battery. This is our switched power. This will actually go to the switched power from the trans brake relay that we have now. So the trans brake relay that we have now, the output of it will be cut, and the output of the trans brake relay will go here. The other side of the cut wire that you put from the trans brake relay, the piece that goes down to the solenoid itself, goes on this side. So we're basically putting this in between the activation on the trans brake relay currently. This is our main power, and then this is going to be our pulse modulated power, or ground rather, that comes from our Holley itself. So, all right, we're under the hood, and as you can see, we got wires ran everywhere. Okay, so what we got, went ahead and put our solid state relay right here by our other relay. All we did was cut this wire, and actually the relay goes this blue wire here. That wire that I just showed you inside, that's still the relay section. This is a power we have that'll go to our eyelet of our hot, and then this is our switched signal that comes in from our Holley. So just right back to here that you see on our outputs, staging output, trans brake, gray green. So that's what we have going to that. From there we have our other outputs, our gray yellow and our gray red, from our boost up and our boost down. We have it separated from out of the harness, and we've got it ran over the intake and around. We're probably going to go across this intake tube here just to keep it away from the belts, and up to our pressure solenoids. Yellow's up, red's down. You can do it however you want. And then the only other what we have to run is we've got this one here, the gray black, and we've got to put it to the signal wire of our fuel pump. So we'll get that handled as well. Also, while I'm thinking about it, before I get these all wired in, these are negative. So this side of both of these is actually going to go over, and I think I'm probably going to just run it in with my fans, and that way I make sure that my fans are on to have boost control, just an added safety. Okay, we have it all in. Everything's laid everywhere. We got to clean up our wiring as always, but got our wastegates, or our control solenoids up front, everything plumbed in, out of the way, and just, like I said, we got to redo some wiring, but we'll make sure it all works, test fit everything, and we'll make everything nice and tight. So let's make sure she works. Thanks for stopping by today. We'll tune in tomorrow. We'll go ahead and we'll start messing with these PIDs and getting all this stuff taken care of and get this thing to work properly. So thanks for tuning in and stopping by, and we'll see y'all later.